Hello everyone, welcome to your advanced glute stretching. So please make sure you've warmed up and make sure that this is suitable for your ability. So we are going to start off on the ground in what we call a 90-90 shape. So left foot's going to be forward towards the top of the mat, flex the toes. Make sure it's called 90-90 because both legs are going to be 90 degrees. So top leg is 90 degrees parallel to the top of the mat. The thigh and the knee are in one line, the knee and the ankle in one line. And then we're going to match exactly the same with the back. So right knee, hip bone in one line, right knee and the ankle joint in one line. So already we can feel like, I've got these rotations happening, right? We're just going to roll in between the two to get the hips and the glutes nice and warm. So I want you to lean forward over that left glute. Find that little bit of pressure, that release through the left glute. And then as you inhale, bring the knees up towards the ceiling, rotate, and then we're going to drop the knees towards the back and notice how you've landed in the 90-90 again, right? So send the weight forward towards that right thigh. And then inhale to bring it back. So we're just going to keep loading and switching in between. So we've got just a nice little bit of movement in the hips that are going to contribute to that beautiful glute stretch after. Good, taking it all the way over to the right. If you do move forward, that completely happens, as you can see on screen. Perfect. And the next time you take it over towards that left-hand side, we're going to hold it there. We're going to push both knees in towards the ground. Lean forward over towards that left leg. Hands can come down if you want. Good. Already starting to feel that left glute. So from here, if you can keep this into a 90 degree, feel free. If the left foot has to drop in a little bit to lengthen that right leg and come in towards a regular pigeon pose, then that can happen too. Now from here, give yourself a little bit of a shake. We're going to get a little bit more intensity by adding a twist here, which will put a little bit more strain on that glute muscle. So from here, we're going to take the right elbow, bring it across the mat, so the fist is pointing towards the left. Elbow comes down in line with the shoulder, and that left arm reaches all the way back towards the back thigh. So you're starting to notice that when you plug that hip in and you add a twist, you're going to feel a lot for the glute. If you're uber flexible and you want to come all the way down on towards the floor and add the twist for a little bit more sensation, feel free. But for me, I'm going to stay here, drawing that left hip in, pushing through that right elbow. Just breathing into that goodness of that glute stretch. Good. Taking one more big inhale. Exhale completely. And then slowly coming back through center. Good, we're just going to switch the sides for that pigeon. So right foot comes forward, flexing the toes around 90 degrees, it doesn't have to be. Left foot comes behind you, pushing in towards that right thigh. So again, trying to get a nice square hip, that right hip plugging in, left hip down towards the ground. Once you've found that activation, we're going to add that twist, which will put a little bit more pressure on that glute. Left arm comes across the mat, so elbow comes down, right arm reaches back behind you. So again, that right glute hugging in, you're going to feel a lot here. If you do want to go there and go completely down on the ground, it does feel good, but it is quite intense. So I'm going to leave that one up to you because we do have one more posture after this. Good. Taking 2 more breaths. Try not to shy away from the stretch, just lean in and breathing into it. And then as you inhale, we're going to come all the way up. So we're just going to lean in towards that right leg. Keep the right foot where it is. Bring it 90-90 towards the mat. And then we're going to take the left foot forward and bring that left foot on top of the right knee. So as we flex the toes, you'll notice this is called fire log. So it is like we're stacking 2 blocks of wood on top of each other. So right foot right underneath the left knee. Both legs are nice and straight. Bring the arms back to start with. We're going to inhale, lift the left knee up towards you, and then exhale to drop it down. One more like this. So big breath in. As you breathe out, push that left knee down, lifting the heart all the way up. So you're going to feel a lot on this left-hand side. If you want to stay here, feel free. If you want a little bit more, walk the hands forward, but try and keep the spine straight. So we're energetically pushing both knees towards the ground as we send the heart and the belly button forward out towards the thighs. So for some of us, particularly me, this is enough. I can feel it a lot. Some of you might be able to bring the arms forward and completely fold. Just try not to round the spine, because we want to get that kind of untucking of the pelvis, which enables us to access that glute on the left-hand side, right? Let the shoulders come soft, let the breath come easy. Try and elongate the exhales if you can, to have a calming effect on our nervous system. Good. I always say it's called fire log because it does create a fire in your hips. Taking one more big breath in. Exhale into the posture and let the inhale raise you out. Good. So take the legs out in front. Give them a little bit of a window screen wipe. Of course, we need to repeat that with the right leg on top. So left foot comes forward, straight in line with the mat if you are on a mat and it's in front of you. And then the right foot just on top of that left knee, so not right into the middle of it. Good. Adjust yourself so the hips are nice and square. And the shin bones, it's like they're stacked up on top of each other. Hands come back behind you. We breathe in to lift the right knee in. And then we breathe out to energetically send that right knee towards the left foot. Good. 2 more. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then on this one, as you sink that knee all the way down, we're lifting the heart, we're leaning forward, so it's like you're sticking the tailbone out, belly button towards the floor, breathe in there. And again, just taking your time, notice how it feels. If you do want to come a little bit further on down, then feel free, just try and keep those shoulder blades drawn back. And try and keep the upper body soft, right? I know there's a lot of tension happening in the lower body, but it doesn't need to creep up. Taking a few more breaths. One side will definitely be more open than the other. Take a big breath in, inflate the belly like a balloon. Exhale in to release. And then as you breathe in, slowly rise, coming all the way up. Perfect. Release the legs. Give them a little window screen wipe, and congratulations. Advanced glute stretches are done.